going on with it, everybody? You see a Jaguar here, and I'm back with my second live stream on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. Is this the scheduled time that I'm going to start doing these streams? It just kind of happened that way. I mean, honestly, man, I'm bored as hell. We are right in the middle of OTA season, and OTAs, it could be a cool time, but honestly, man, OTAs are just kind of glorified practices. I mean, you definitely get stuff out of OTAs. You know, it's mainly the coaching staff. They get to kind of test a lot of these players mentally, but you know, they're not out there hitting anybody. They're not out there doing any kind of like contact work or anything like that. I think it's just like more of a mental strain. But exciting things happening for me, man. This Saturday, I'm officially moving into my new place, and it couldn't have come at a better time because my damn AC is like out right now, so it's about like probably 81, 82 degrees in my damn house, and I am like hot. I am aggravated. But, you know, I figured you guys could help get me out of this whole little funk here. So I'm going to say what up to the live chat real quick. The Naples Jag was first. Congratulations to you. Hopping in the stream. You are number one for today. Hunter, the Naples Jag. Dalton Roberts, what's up, man? Dylan the Beast, 2-3. Anish Genkar is 4. We got the notification squad. I think those guys were all first in my last stream. Hippo squad, yo yo yo. Dalton says, didn't know you went to Fleming Island High. I did go to Fleming Island High, and my name is also Dalton, so, you know, we've got way too much in common. It's kind of creepy. Walter, what's up, what's up? Dalton just graduated from there. Well, congrats. I'm class of 2012, you're class of 2018. 6 years ago, I was graduating from that stage. I'm not going to say that word, but NFN I'll call you. Jags versus Falcons Super Bowl. Could happen, man. I think the Falcons are ready for a big bounce back year. I mean, they kind of struggle a little bit having a new offensive coordinator, but, you know, I think teams are definitely sleeping on the Falcons. Josh Batak, hey, man. Colonel Gamboa, Browns going 0-17. Number one baller, Saquon. Hey, yo, Sports Fury, what up, Sports Fury? I'm sure we got some Sports Fury Nation people up in here. Colonel, this Josh, or Sean. The Naples Jag, Bortles in the top 100. We'll see, man. But yeah, man, right now it's like I said, man, it's at a dead period right now. It's really kind of hard to figure out kind of stuff to talk about at this period. Pretty soon I want to make a video about kind of grading like Dave Caldwell. I think something like that will come out probably like next week. But honestly, man, the NFL season is like right back almost here, man. Just next week we have, not next week, but we're in June, and July is when training camp actually starts. So, you know, we have July training camp, then we have August where preseason comes around, and then we have September. And some pretty exciting news is that I think I might actually be going to the Week 1 game at the Giants. So there's a chance I could be going Week 1 at the Giants, then Week 2 through 4, which are all games in Jacksonville. You know, I'll probably make the ride out to Orlando from that. And then Week 5, me and the Sports Fury are going to be going up to Kansas City to watch the Chiefs game. So it's going to be a crazy first like 5 weeks. We'll see if I decide to skip one of the Jaguars games just because I hate driving and I hate commuting. And obviously that'll be 5 weekends in a row where I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. But yeah, today's show, I kind of, I was thinking about different topics to kind of throw around. I'm not going to get too into, all different kinds of deep into the Jaguar stuff. But, I was just kind of throwing it out there, man. You guys are open to call in. And kind of the topic of today's show is, who's your favorite player either in the NFL or on the Jaguars? I kind of asked Hunter, the Naples Jag, this last week, and he asked it back at me. And, I kind of said my favorite player was like Fournette at the time. I love Fournette, love his running style. I loved him in college, and, very rarely will I really like a player, that is in college that doesn't play for a team I like. But once I kind of think about it a little bit, my favorite player on the Jaguars, when I think about this, I have to combine players that their on-field skills with their like kind of off-field personalities. One of my favorite players on the field is Jalen Ramsey. I love him on the field. I love how he like shit talks and all that. But I don't know if he's necessarily my favorite player. Like when it comes to just kind of his off-field stuff, I don't know. He just kind of throws me off a little bit. He's a little bit like sassy. He says some like questionable things. I think he throws out some dumb things on Twitter that doesn't really need to be thrown out there. But when I think about my favorite player, it's got to be Telvin Smith, man. I love this guy on the field, man. I love this guy off the field. That Puzzlesny speech, just like, God, that really like fired me up, man. I love him on the field, man. He's a speedy sideline to sideline linebacker, and I just love him, like, this is personality and everything. And I just got a super chat, my biggest super chat I've ever received, from Devin Smith. Devin, really appreciate that, man. He says, "Hey, support my favorite Jags YouTuber. Enjoy your steak and shake, homie. Favorite player is Bortles because I have faith." Yeah, man, Bortles, when I think of Bortles about being my favorite player, I kind of got to put him kind of aside just because, I loved him in college. And, obviously now he's on the Jaguars, and, I've kind of followed him kind of his whole career. And, I usually always stick up for the guy, but one thing that a lot of people don't know is I've also been very, very critical of Blake Bortles. I've come on different, game, post-game kind of stuff, and I've said that, just kind of criticize him big time. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you always give Blake Bortles a pass." But there was a time in a year where I did almost give him a pass because I legitimately thought that this was going to be his last season in a Jaguar uniform, man. I put very, very low expectations on him. And then, once December came around, he started kind of balling out. And all of a sudden, the postseason comes out, and then he showed that he was a dog. And, I've got a ton of respect from him for that. Wouldn't it be just awesome if he could fight through this kind of stuff? I don't think he's going to be maybe an elite quarterback like an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady, but I think he can be a Pro Bowl kind of guy, and and I definitely think he can lead us to a Super Bowl. So it'll be kind of exciting to see what he does. So yeah, Devin Smith, really, really appreciate that, man. I'm gonna give some more shout outs because we got some more people in here. Wolf Peters, what's good? Jason Morgan, what's up? Clinton Jacob, we got Jaguars for life. He's asking who is picking as the #1 fantasy pick. Probably Todd Gurley, man. Sean the Savage, what's up, Sean? We got some of the Sports Street. Nice to hear with Wilson Breckenridge. What's good with it, homie? Exponent, we gonna beat the Giants, beat the Patriots, and beat the Eagles in London. Hey, man, never count us out. There's not one game on the schedule where you can say the Jaguars are definitely going to lose this one. Alina's Jad likes Jalen Ramsey. I love Jalen Ramsey on the field, man. And I love his trash talk. It's so exciting when you have someone like that on the field. It's interesting to see, like, I wonder what people that aren't Jaguar fans, how they feel of Jalen Ramsey. I wonder if it's almost like a Richard Sherman thing where it's like, dude, shut your mouth. But, you kind of respect him on the field. Rob Vincent, what's up, man? He's always commenting on my videos. Sean the Savage, nothing much, just watching playing some awesome Madden. Benjamin Horsley, welcome back to the stream, homie. We got Shoddy V up in here. Sports Furies commenting up in here. But yeah, man, hey guys, the phone lines are open if you guys want to call in and let me know who your favorite Jaguar player is. But yeah, OTAs, I think we're in like OTA number 8, and honestly, man, I haven't been paying too much attention. Like last year during OTAs, I was basically making like recaps like every day after like OTA season, just because I was so wanting to just pump out videos and try to, because last year my goal with this channel, I just wanted to get a really good following by the time the season rolled around. I wanted to be able to get to that 100,000, or not 100,000. I wish I'll be there one day, hopefully. But I wanted to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark so I can go into the season with a really good following and a really good fan base to come with me throughout the year. And it was obviously an awesome year, something that we didn't really expect. But man, yeah, I mean, I was able to do that, and I'm at like 3,000 subscribers right now. So right now I'm focusing on like some personal things, but once July rolls around, I really want to start like pumping out a bunch of videos because honestly, there's so much to talk about. Before training camp comes out, I want to be able to come out with position previews for every single position group. Because honestly, if I were to be doing like YouTube full time or something, a lot of people act like there's never really like anything to talk about. But obviously, I just kind of said that. But I mean, I could make a video every single day talking about something new. Because honestly, man, I could talk about the Jags like all day, every day, and like there's really like all kinds of different stuff you can talk about. You can talk about players that'll break out. You can definitely go through and like evaluate what you think of like Dave Caldwell or like how Doug Marrone has done. You can talk about maybe different sleeper guys that aren't really getting much notice, and just stuff like that. But we got our first caller on the line. And 397, who this?
Yo, this is actually Devin. What's up, dude?
Hey, Devin, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, nothing. Just wanted to, I guess, be the first caller. No one else is doing it, so why not me, right?
Hey, hell yeah, man. Hey, I saw you commented just now on one of my videos. I didn't get to reply back because I was getting some trying to get this live stream set up. But hey, man, if you definitely want to give me that code, man, I'd definitely be down for some discounted jerseys. I do want to. I gotta find somewhere where I can try on a jersey though, because I remember last year I ordered an AJ Boye jersey, and man, this thing was freaking huge on me, and I want to get something to fit me all snug, show off my, my pecs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
that for sure.
But what kind of console you got? Because I'm thinking about getting an Xbox One soon.
I got an Xbox One, however, I mainly just PC game.
Hell yeah. Hey, yeah, next week, once I move to my new place, I think I'm going to be getting an Xbox One. So, I'll definitely holler at you, get your, what is it, a gamer tag? Is that what they call it? And
yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, we can fucks with it. One of my favorite games on there is FIFA, man. I killed on FIFA.
Dude, love FIFA.
But
well, I actually had a...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I had a Jaguars-related question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, man, shoot it at me.
So with now the absence of Paul Fussman, I think that Blair Brown is now going to be filling in for that starting position. How do you think he'll do in his place? Like, do you expect big things from Blair Brown, or do you think have to see how it plays out?
It's kind of interesting with Blair Brown, just because like when I see him, like, I think of him more as a will linebacker. Like, he's a little bit undersized. He's got, like, a little bit more speed. But, I honestly think that last year, the Jaguars drafted Blair Brown to probably be that Paul Posluszny replacement. I know they probably saw him coming to kind of the end of his, like, career. And they, a lot of people were saying, oh, we got to draft a linebacker in the 3rd or 4th round this year to be able to replace that. But, I think a 5th round pick in Blair Brown, who, was basically, they probably had a 3rd or 4th round value on him because he was, top of the 5th round. But, the thing about that strong side linebacker position is honestly, like, I don't want to put like in unimportant positions out there, because every position is obviously important, but he's essentially like a one down linebacker. So I don't think he's going to have like huge impacts like on the game and whatnot. But honestly, like the nickel cornerback I think is a little more important of a position than like the strong side linebacker position. But with this guy, like I think he'll probably be starting at that position, but there's also other guys in there. Obviously, we drafted like Leon Jacobs in the 7th round. We have like Donald Payne that we drafted, or no, we didn't draft last year. I forget how we got him. Probably like an undrafted guy or street free agent. But I think either one of them can kind of like fill into that spot. But I mean, luckily our middle linebacker spot is locked down, which is very important. Our weak side linebacker spot is locked down, which is very important. And honestly, these guys are surrounded by a bunch of dogs. So honestly, I'm a little more concerned about the nickel cornerback position with like DJ Hayden in there. He hasn't had like the most prolific career, so I think that he could potentially get exposed. But, I'm not too concerned about Blair Brown in that position. The Jaguars coaches know a lot more about him than the fans and media and everybody else do, just because they see him every day in practice, while we only saw him in a couple of games. But, hey, they saw it. They saw what the potential that they had, and they liked him so much that they didn't feel need to draft a linebacker high in the draft. So, I'm not too concerned about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Quick question for you: who's your favorite player in the Jaguars or in the NFL for that matter?
Favorite player on the Jags? I said it in the super chat I sent earlier. That would definitely be Blake. Only because Blake gets so much hate. He really does. But when you see how he played all throughout December, and when you see the earlier flashes that he showed early on in his career, I believe with a clean pocket and a healthy wide receiving core, Blake can instantly be, I won't say top 10 quarterback in the league, but I'll definitely say he can get us where we need to be as far as playoffs. I think Blake can be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. 100%.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. I mean, it's kind of with Blake Bortles. I mean, you really feel one way or another about him. So I don't really talk about it too much and debate the subject. But yeah, I mean, Blake Bortles, I really feel like he showed a lot last year. His receiving core was kind of like. His receiving core, one thing that we don't talk about, man, it was hurt as hell last year. And, we had guys like Max McCaffrey, Larry Pinkert, Jalen Strong, Jadon Mickens. We had all different kinds of guys go in and out. A-Rob, when the start of the year, we had A-Rob, Allen Hurns, and Marquise Lee. Dude, they probably missed about 70% of the season if you combine those guys. So, he had a lot working against them. And, I really give him a lot of credit for just doing all that he did last year. And, he may not be like a Hall of Fame quarterback, but, I think he could potentially be a Pro Bowl quarterback and a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And just seeing what he overcame this year, where not only everybody in the NFL wrote him off, but also people in Jacksonville, and honestly, probably some people inside the locker room probably counted him out. I mean, you had Jalen Ramsey and Allen Robinson liking tweets to get him off the team, and if he can overcome that, I mean, who the hell knows what he can overcome?
I agree definitely.
But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate you calling into the show. Got a couple other people coming on, but hey, man, I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter later, and we can converse.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Salute. Go Jags.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next up, we got 917. Hey, who this?
This is Joe. This is me right here.
Who's this?
Yo, it says number one baller. I don't know if it has me in the bottom there or not. But...
Hey, number one baller. What's good, man?
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What you got for the show?
You said who's my favorite NFL player?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I'd say I'm a Giants fan. I actually probably would say Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley? Hey, man, he hasn't played a snap yet.
I was really excited when they picked him, though. But I liked him a lot at Penn State.
Yeah, are you from up the Northeast, so you're pretty familiar with the guy?
Yeah, I'm from New York.
Oh, you're from New York. That's like that's like touching Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so are you a Penn State fan?
No, I'm a Michigan fan, so I watched Penn State.
Oh, so you watched him shred you guys then?
Yeah.
Hey, man, ain't no shame in that. He's on your team now, so that's all good. But hey, what kind of impact you feel Saquon Barkley is going to make for the Giants?
I feel like it's going to really help our run because I've never experienced the Giants having a good run game in my whole life. Ever, maybe my first year I watched football, when they had Ahmad Bradshaw, maybe, but I feel like it's better for the Giants to have a running back for Eli to have a running back than a backup quarterback.
Yeah, man, they need to get Eli Manning a running back though, man. I mean, they can't be having him throw the ball over the field. I mean, he gets really criticized for throwing a lot of interceptions, but honestly, when you're throwing the ball 50 times a game, it's gonna happen. And obviously, his O-line has been pretty weak. I love what they did in the draft with. They basically grabbed the Jaguars' blueprint from last year when it comes to drafting running back first round, then offensive lineman second round with Will Hernandez. And, I got to give those guys a lot of credit, man.
The Jaguars should have picked Will Hernandez, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been a good option, but at the same time, man, if you can if they project Taven Bryan to be like a J.J. Watt kind of impact.
They have a whole loaded defensive line. I don't understand that pick at all.
The,
It looks like not be resetting.
The reason why they have the pick is because the interior of our defensive line is very, very expensive, and you're not going to be able to keep all those guys next year. And, you know, when you have players at position groups that are really, really expensive, then you're going to have to, you know, draft guys to replace those guys, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, we're going to have to open up the checkbook to be able to pay Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, and Yannick Ngakoue. So, you know, one of those guys, probably Marcel Darius, is going to be a casualty later on.
Yeah. What do you think about the Giants going after Dez Bryant? I think that they should.
Going after Dez Bryant, I mean, what they have, Sterling Shepard, obviously Odell Beckham Jr., they lost Brandon Marshall. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's really the right thing to do. I think they need to kind of because the thing is, man, they have Odell Beckham Jr. in there who's going to be demanding the ball. Then they're going to have Dez Bryant in there demanding the ball on a 1-year deal. And, you know, with the way they need to build a better locker room, I don't think Dez Bryant's a very good addition to a locker room with kind of
maybe another like Jeremy Maclin or Eric Decker would fit in well with them.
Yeah, like I think maybe like a Jeremy Maclin, maybe a guy to kind of play the slot a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I just don't think a big personality like Dez Bryant would be the best to go up in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, number one baller, appreciate you for calling in, man. Gonna let some other callers in here.
Yeah. I think, by the way, the Jaguars are my pick to win the AFC this year.
Hey, man, appreciate that. Appreciate the love, man. I look forward to week 1. I might be going to that game, so if you're gonna go there, holler at me.
That's gonna be good. Awesome.
Hell yeah. But all right, man, peace. And I'm gonna give a shout out to the super chat real quick. We had Devin Smith throw another 20 in there. Make that a dinner for 2. I got work in the morning, so I gotta go, but keep up the work, Big D. Hey, man, appreciate that. Definitely catch this on demand. You know, it's gonna archive later on. So huge shout out to Devin Smith, man. That's $35 he threw at me tonight. It's really humbling, man. You know, I do this for fun, but to be able to make some cha-ching out of it is always fun, and, you know, appreciate the love, homie. All right, we're gonna let this next caller in on the line. Hey, 719, who this?
Hey, man, this is Brett out of Jacksonville, man. What's going on?
Brett out of Jacksonville. Hey, what's good, man? What you got for the show?
Hey, nothing much, man. I'm like, you're very tactical when it comes to your bids and everything, man, but I got a surprise for you on this one, man. Like,
all right, let me hear it.
Man. Special teams. I got to know about this new punter, man. Like, is he going to be clicking with, you know, Lambeau? Do you think, like, Lambeau's going to have another stellar year with this new punter? Like, what do you think?
Do you think Lambeau's going to be on the team another year with this punter? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because you know how, like, punters have to hold for the kickers and everything, and they have to be sent to holding school and whatnot. Do you think Lambeau is going to, like, produce just like he did last year compared to this new punter?
Oh yeah, I think it'll be fine with you know, the holder. I mean, like, literally, I go to training camp practices all the time. Literally, the special teams guys, the long snappers, the punters and kickers, they are all the way at the other side of the field, just jerking each other's dicks off, just doing their own thing. Like, they literally practice this stuff to where they get to perfection. One thing about the punter that kind of has me intrigued is that they're talking about this punter potentially doing kickoffs, and that's one thing I saw last year when we switched from Myers to Lambeau. I was like,
right.
Why? I was like, are they like kicking it short to like because they want to do it because Josh Lambeau's more accurate or something like that, and they want to kick it to a spot. But it turns out that Jason Myers just had like a bigger boot, and they just wanted him to you know, and now that they got Josh Lambeau and they weren't really able to like boot it as well. But, and I will trade that for made field goals every day. I mean, every time Jason Myers went up to kick, man, my butthole clenched. I did not have a good feeling that he was ever going to make a damn field goal.
You got to admit, though, those fake punts and everything were pretty solid last year, though.
Oh, they were sick. I don't think we failed one conversion. I remember we did it in the preseason. Everyone's like, "Oh, the jury's out on them. You know, they can't do that anymore." And they did it like 3-4 more times. And also had when Nortman did the throw to O'Shaughnessy. That shit was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, man, I'm gonna let you go, man. I just wanted to touch on that topic.
Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man. Calling anytime.
Dude, well, till we die, man.
Hey, DTWD. Huge shout out to Brett for calling the show. We're gonna let the next caller in on the line. 521. Who this?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Dalton from.
Hey, Dalton from Fleming Island.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. How you doing? I've been following your channel for a long time. I'm a big fan.
Hey, man, I appreciate the support, man. It's fun coming on here and talking Jaguars and also giving Jaguars fans some content. You know, there's not really too many content creators for the Jaguars out there, and you know, I love putting in work and I love seeing you guys, you know, enjoy the videos. So mutually benefiting.
Definitely. I just had a quick question, real quick. So I think on draft night, I think everybody was a little bit surprised on like the whole Tavon Bryant pick, but honestly, looking back on it, it was a good pick for our cap in the future after like looking and having to pick everybody or pay everybody later. But my whole thing is, I think with our stat team, I really do think we could have traded up a couple spots to get like a Calvin Ridley or something like that. Not saying it was a bad pick now, because obviously looking back at it, it's a good pick, but don't you think we could have done that?
I mean, we could have potentially done that, but I'm not a huge fan of like trading up when it comes to giving up picks in the top 4, just because, you know, like say if we wanted to move up like 5 spots or 6 spots, we probably would have had to give up like, you know, a 4th round pick, and our 4th round pick this year, you know, that could potentially turn into our future right tackle. And you know, I just feel like picks in the top 4 are so valuable. And you know, I don't know if there was really any wide receivers that are really worth like trading up that much, just because I think a guy with the, you know, the only player I would have potentially traded up for at wide receiver is even though he was available, I really like Cortland Sutton, but you know, I wanted the guy that was tall, you know, big and physical. But you know, the way we use our wide receivers, you know, I don't know if it would have been worth like a 1st round pick and like a 4th round pick. But you know, we got a guy in DJ Chark, and he fits with exactly what the Jaguars want to do, man. I mean, this guy loves the fact that he's able to block well, and like I think that's one reason why they decided to re-sign Marquise Lee, because you know, if you were to bring in a guy like Allen Robinson just cares about the numbers, but Marquise Lee, he'll come in there and, you know, put his hand in the dirt and get dirty and do whatever the team wants him to do to be able to be a successful, you know, to be able to succeed as a team. You know, he's not going to look at it and be like, oh, I only got, you know, 80 yards this game. I need to get at least 100-yard receptions this game. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, I feel like DJ Chark, man, it was a pretty solid pickup right there. I mean, a lot of people don't realize, man, this guy's like, what, 6'3", and he can run like a 4.3 speed. I think this guy has huge potential, and in his 2nd year, I think he's going to replace, you know, Dante Moncrief and be a huge asset to our team.
And what do you think about not giving a chance to Shaquem Griffin in the later rounds and picking up a linebacker from Wisconsin?
I wanted Shaquem Griffin bad, you know, as a
I know.
You know, I'm a Shaquem fan. I mean, my Twitter Avi and my Facebook profile literally has a picture with me and him after the AAC championship game. Really wanted him, but you know, I love the fact that, you know, if he wasn't going to go to the Jaguars, man, he went to Seattle. He's going to go over there and play with his brother. You know, and I'm rooting for the best for him, man. I'm glad he's not in the AFC South, so I don't really have to root against him, man. You know, we'll see how he does as a pro, man. I think he's going to be really good. He's fully committed, and you know, he's got a lifelong fan in me, and you know, I really hope the best for him. But at this point, the Jags getting drafted him, but you know, whatever.
How about the Jaguars front office coming a long way from drafting Tyson Alualu over J.J. Watt and Blaine Gabbert over a bunch of whole other picks. So they definitely come a long way up front. Yeah,
I mean, Gene Smith is in a class of his own, probably the worst GM the NFL has ever seen. So glad that clown is out of there.
Definitely. And by the way, I got to say, I'm a huge Alvin Kamara fan, just because I'm a big Tennessee college football fan, but I'm Duval till I die.
Hell yeah, man. DTWD. Hey, you can be a fan of another team and or you can be a fan of other players around the league and still be you know, Jaguar fan, especially if a guy went to your college, you know.
That's right.
But hey, man, I appreciate you for calling. I'm gonna get to another one of these calls, but feel free to call in anytime, man.
Appreciate it.
Later, brother. All right, next we got Petty on the line. Hey, Petty, what's good?
Yo, UFC, how am I living, my man?
Hey, what's going on, homie? What you got for the show?
You already know, brother. Just out here in Central Cali doing it right, baby.
Central Cali. Hey, I was over in a couple months ago, I think last March. I was out in San Diego. Cool ass state, man. Never been to California before, but you know, love it out there. And I got a lot of people supporting the channel from California, so salute to you guys.
That's what's good, baby, man. I gotta tell you, man, my favorite player for the Jacksonville Jaguars right now, man, Yannick Ngakoue, man. One of the most underrated defensive ends in the league right now, baby.
Yeah, I mean, people sleep on Yannick Ngakoue, man, and like he's slowly creeping into national, like, you know, where people know about him nationally, but he's not there yet. And you know, keep disrespecting this dude, national media, because it only puts a bigger chip on his shoulder, man. And God, this guy has unreal. Like an unreal ceiling. You know, I think between Jalen Ramsey and Yannick Ngakoue, I mean, those guys' ceilings could be potentially like the best players to really ever play the position. I mean, I am so excited to see what Yannick Ngakoue has to offer.
I hope we keep him for a long time to come, too, man, because, you know, just the potential in this cat, you know, as soon as we crack into that. I mean, you know, if you look at, you know, his past 2 seasons, you know, he's got, you know, the amount of sacks that, you know, some cats got in like 4 or 5 seasons. You know, he just doesn't really get the credit that, you know, where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my man. I hope we get to keep him for a long time, man.
Oh, man. I mean, you got to absolutely clear the books to re-sign Jalen Ramsey and Yannick Ngakoue. You can't let either of those guys go to any other team. I mean, those guys are blue chip franchise players, and man, if they somehow get Yannick Ngakoue glue, man, you're gonna see one of the biggest rants probably the biggest rant I've ever had on this damn channel. I mean, those guys, blue chip players, and Yannick Ngakoue, man, strip sack champion. I think he had like 7, 8, or 9 like strip sacks. That's unreal.
Yeah, right,
how you're able to get to the quarterback and strip the ball out. I mean, it's crazy. The guy really is unreal, and he's just such a freak athlete.
I'm telling you, man, he's our future right there on that D-line, baby. But let's jump over back to that offensive line that we've been talking about, man. I know a lot of these cats out here have been kind of bashing on the Taven Bryan choice, but, you know, I kind of really believe in Tom Coughlin, what he's got going on for us, you know what I mean? And it probably would have been a little bit, you know, smarter situation to get some depth back at that right tackle. You know, I know we're looking pretty fresh on that left side, but, you know, we could use a little bit more help on that right. How you think we're living over there?
Yeah, I mean, the right side, it's definitely a little bit sketchy, but, you know, when I look at it, when you look at the left tackle to center, you have, you know, a second-year player in Cam Robinson. He should only be a lot better. You have an all-pro left guard who I don't even think he allowed Cam Newton to be touched last year. And you have Brennan at the center position. I mean, we have the potential to have, like, the best offensive line in the NFL. And, you know, the right side, I do like Jeremy Parnell more than a lot of people. I think A.J. Cann is kind of that weak link in the offensive line, but honestly, the fact of the matter is offensive lines around the NFL really aren't that good. And if you take like the collective talent, the fact that, you know, over half of our line I think is full of like good players, you know what I mean, with AJ Cann kind of being our weak link, man, and we also at the right tackle we have Will Richardson to be able to back up like Jeremy Parnell, you know, this season. And, you know, I think if they stay healthy, man, I think that this O-line can be really, really good. And obviously, you know, you like the rich to get richer and have, you know, a little bit more, you know, players along that line. But honestly, man, I don't fret too much about the offensive line, dude. As long as we stay healthy, I think it could be, you know, the top 5, you know, unit in the NFL.
And that's exactly it, brother. Just staying healthy, man. Just making sure our players are just, you know, staying warm and staying loose. And just, you know, pray for no injuries, man. And hopefully, you know what, I'm going to call it right here, man. This is going to be our first AFC championship season right here, baby. This is it. This is us.
I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping you're right, man. I thought we were going to have it last year. It slipped out of our hands. Obviously, a bunch of different things went on, but we're a young team. We got way farther than we thought the Jaguars would go, and it just makes you that much more excited for 2018, man. We got this window open for us.
That's what I'm saying, baby. Hey, man, it was nice chatting with you, man. I'm going to let you get to the other caps over here on this line, yeah?
Hey, Petty, appreciate you calling in, man. Feel free to call in anytime.
All right, Duval!
Duval! Hey, man, we coast to coast up in here, man. We going from Florida to California, man.
All right, baby.
All right, Petty, catch you later. And we had a donation on the line. The Sports Fury donated $10. Sorry I can't call into the show being at work. What would you say is the biggest hurdle for the Jags this season? I'm going to get to this and I'm going to get to 442. The biggest hurdle for the Jags this season. What would it be? When I look at it, I think just probably honestly, when it comes down to it, probably the Patriots. You know, the AFC has run through the Patriots the last 8 years they've been in the AFC Championship game, and when you look at the quarterbacks that are representing the AFC that have gone to the Super Bowl, 14 out of the last 15 years has been Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. So, the AFC is more than likely going to run to the Patriots again this year. So we have to figure out a way to beat these guys, man. So, really the biggest hurdle for the Jags, I think, has to be the Patriots. I mean, I really like our roster. I think our defense is going to be the best in the NFL. I think our run game is going to continue to be great, and I think Blake Bortles is going to continue to progress. So, shout out to the Sports Fury for the super chat. If you guys want your chats read, definitely hit up that super chat, and I can get you out here. But let me see how much. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna get to next caller. Hey, 442. Who this?
Yeah. If you guys want your chats read, definitely hit up that.
Hey, 442.
Get you out here. But,
hey, 442, I'm going to get to you in a minute. You're kind of listening to me on the show. All right, next I'm going to go to 604. Who this?
Hey, this is Phil out of Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Hey, we international. We going to Canada. Hey, what's going on? What did you say your name is, Phil?
Yeah, I am. What's your name, by the way? I never caught it.
My name is Dalton.
Dalton, good to meet you. I'm the biggest Jaguars fan in the Pacific Northwest in Canada.
Hey, that's awesome, man. I went to Vancouver when I was in junior high school. Don't really remember much from it, but I was there.
Well, if you come again, you have a local tour guide here and place to stay.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. What you got for the show?
I just want to say is MJD. I would say that when it comes to the Jaguars now, I think Miles Jack. I think a lot of people overlook that guy.
Oh, I really love Miles Jack, and I actually met him personally. The guy is a great dude, and Miles Jack, he's gone through a big old transition in the 3 years that he's been with the Jaguars. He started off his rookie year during training camp in the preseason. He was playing the weak side linebacker spot. Then once the season started, he played strong side linebacker. Then once the 2017 season started, they basically promoted him to middle linebacker, and then they moved Paul Posluszny kind of back there. Then they start playing him at nickel and strong side linebacker shifting. So this guy probably knows the defense very, very well, and man, this guy is so prone for a breakout year.
I think so. I think we're looking at a Pro Bowl caliber player at some point. Might not get the recognition just because it's the Jaguars. It is what it is. I do see him being at that level. He was almost really at that level this year, and if he was able to get back to that end zone with that strip ball, who knows, right?
Miles Jack wasn't down, but yeah, that one definitely hurt, man. And God, if they would have called that, the Jaguars would have been the Super Bowl most likely, but. I try not to think about it too much just because it brings back sad memories of the past. And, hopefully next year we'll finish the mission.
Well, I was going to say, forget the past for a moment, looking towards the future. Do you think that we are, in fact, a Super Bowl caliber team, or do you think that we're maybe a couple of key pieces away still?
Oh, I think we are a super caliber team, no doubt. I think our team only got better. You got to think, last year our team was... The best players on our team were rookies and second-year players. You look at some of our rookies, Leonard Fournette. You had basically the offense ran through him at left tackle, a premier position. You had Cam Robinson, a rookie. You had Keelan Cole our leading receiver was a rookie. You had Dede Westbrook. He played very well when he came back. He was a rookie. Some of our second-year players, Yannick Ngakoue, Jalen Ramsey, you had Miles Jack. Those three guys were second-year players, and those were some of the leaders on our defense. And all those guys only getting a year older. We added more, players at the wide receiver position. We actually got a pass-catching tight end, Ferry and Jenkins. We added an all-pro guard and Andrew Norwell. Man, we are built to have a Super Bowl run, and I'm so excited to see what can happen.
So just one last thought. I didn't have a chance to review one of your more recent videos about we're not getting any love from the media and all that. I'm not saying that's what you want. I love how we don't get love from the media. I love being the underdog. I love, in my personal life too, it's great when people underestimate me, so I like to see that with my team because it feels so much better when you get to punch them in the face with your performance.
Yeah, and one thing, it really doesn't bother me much, but one reason why I put out the videos is because, I just feel as Jaguar fans, they need to get better coverage on the team, and that's what I kind of try to bring in. I just don't feel like, Jag fans should just get this really, really bad coverage where they're just saying, oh, they're the Jags, they're moving to London, Blake Bortles their quarterback, they'll always be the Jags. Just all these backhanded kind of things, and it's just so easy to peg him in that regression category. But when I look at what we did and I look at where we came from, I just don't see how they can think that. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, no, I hear you, brother. So anyway, you're doing amazing work. I'm going to keep watching. Love this call-in. I wasn't expecting to see it today. Next time you have one, I'll be calling right back in.
Hey, man, appreciate that. Put on your notifications and you can get notified every time I go live.
All right, take care, buddy.
Hey, Phil, appreciate you. All right, we went international up to Canada. Look at us. We go from California to Canada, chilling on that Pacific coast. I'm going to try to get back to this 442 number. Hey, 442, who this?
Yo, this your boy Sheldon V.
Hey, Sheldon V, you said?
Yeah, Shadow V.
Hey, what's up, Shadow?
Yeah, you got 442. I'm from the 904, baby.
Hey, yeah, I see the 904 up in here. Hey, we going back to Duval. Hopefully I'll get back there. I'm out here repping the 407, but I'm always 904 till I die. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, I just want to let it be known that Leonard Fournette gonna be busting heads this year.
Hey, man, you already know. One thing I loved about Leonard Fournette is, man, after we lost that AFC Championship game, he was absolutely devastated. And, I don't like to see him devastated, but I love to see, he's probably got some passion to come back, big next year.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure, man. He made the top 100. I think he was, 58?
I think he was 55.
55, okay, excuse me. Yeah, that's incredible, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of players around the league just respect his running style. Just the way he waves on contact, the way he's just not afraid of anything. And, man, if this guy can stay healthy, and they can even involve him in the passing game more, this guy is dynamic as hell, and this guy can bust some heads for sure.
Oh yeah, man, definitely, man. I'm excited about the whole team this year, man. The draft. I know people hating on the draft and all that, but you just gotta believe they turned this team around. Dave Caldwell, he don't get enough credit.
Oh hell no! Yeah, Dave Caldwell don't get any credit. Look at what he did in the 2016 draft, man. He pulled in those top three: Yannick Ngakoue, Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, and he brought in guys like Deshaun Gibson, Malik Jackson, free agency. A lot of credit goes to Tom Coughlin because he came in and once he came in, he the team got good. But Tom Coughlin brought in the culture. But Dave Caldwell, he's heavily involved in all the draft process, free agent process, and all that. But Tom Coughlin just kind of gives it that final approval.
Yeah, I was just telling my buddy. He pushed it all on Tom Coughlin. I say, man, David Caldwell got everybody on this team before Tom Coughlin came here.
I know, man.
And he just doesn't get. He completely rebuilt the team, all the garbage players are gone.
Yeah, man. I appreciate Dave Caldwell. I've met him before. He's a good dude, and yeah, obviously last year, we had a really good draft and we brought in an elite free agency. How often do you get we had 2 All-Pros and then plus Barry Church in free agency, and the draft went really well last year, and this team is stacked with talent, and I'm sure there's so many fan bases that would trade their personnel with our personnel.
We should have had more All-Pros. We should have had more Pro Bowlers and All-Pros. Especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, we should have been, but all that will come soon. But one thing that I want, man, I want to get that Super Bowl. I want to host that Lombardi Trophy, and I want to talk some shit to some of my friends.
Yeah, definitely, man. I can't wait. I know it's gonna be this year.
Yeah, man, we gotta take over, man. I'll be with you guys every step of the way, man. I'll be out here doing this YouTube shit, putting on for my city.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, who you got winning in London? Eagles game.
I got the Jaguars winning, man. I mean, that's the Eagles' first trip out to London, and the Jaguars take teams by surprise when we go out there. And honestly, man, I haven't done any kind of schedule prediction. Maybe I'll do one, but there's not a team on our schedule. Even though we have a tough schedule, there's no team that we can't beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be the most exciting game, that Eagles-Jaguars game. I think that's going to be the most exciting game.
Yeah, man. I got pissed when they moved that out to London, man. I hate when they move NFC teams out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever, though.
Yep.
But, hey, Shadow, I appreciate you for calling into the show, man. Feel free to call in anytime.
Hey, yes, sir. Appreciate you, UCL.
All right, man. Catch you later, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the line, we got 618. Hey, 618, who this?
Hey, this is Neil from St. Louis, man.
Hey, Neil from St. Louis. We got the Midwest up in here going out to Missouri. Hey, what's good, man?
Yeah, I think I'm up on the YouTube channel. I try to comment and like and all your stuff.
Yeah, Neil. Yeah, I'll definitely keep my eye on your comment. Do you comment as Neil or do you comment as something else?
No, I'm not commenting as Neil, but regardless, I thought I'd talk about my life as a football fan and why I ended up choosing the Jaguars in the middle of St. Louis.
Hey, let's hear it, man. I love hearing these stories.
Yeah, so I guess I've been ever since I was 6 years old, big old St. Louis Rams fan. Going to all the games, especially once seventh, eighth grade hits you, like puberty hits you. You get the football in your blood, and you're just crazy about football, man. And I was crazy about the St. Louis Rams for about a good 5-6 years until they left, and I was like, diehard as they could get, probably top 10 fan in the St. Louis area until they moved. And so after they moved, I didn't really think I could ever root for them again, especially after what Stan Kroenke did to our city, how he kind of disgraced us and how he said all those things and how he pretty much just took the team away. And I followed football for too long in my life to really give up the NFL. So I knew that I still had to somehow root for a team. I knew it just couldn't be the Rams, especially in LA. And so I wanted an underdog team that would kind of give me the same fuel that the Rams had over the years. And so after the Rams left, I think it was 2016, January, I ended up narrowing down my search in that summer to the Jaguars and the Raiders, and I ended up choosing the Jags that season, man, and I have not looked back.
That's awesome, man. I mean, I always, there was a time when, about 6-7 years ago, we were all scared that the Jaguars might be leaving, and man, I don't know what I would do in that situation just because, especially let me take the Rams, for example. I mean, their owner, Kroenke, is a fucking asshole. I mean, everything you hear about the guy, he's just such a dick in all his ways. I mean, he's done stuff outside the football game that's been questionable, but, it's like you don't want that owner to be successful at all, but at the same time, you got to have a love for the players on a team. Like, you got to love, Todd Gurley, and you got to love, some of the players that are there. Obviously, they've kind of flipped the roster over a lot, so there's probably not as many recognizable faces anymore. But
yeah,
was it tough just kind of abandoning kind of the players that you've been rooting for so long?
Yeah, man. I mean, after they left, I heard the news. It was about 5:15. It was a Tuesday, January 12th. I was listening to the St. Louis sports radio, man, and once I heard the news that they left, man, I just started bawling. I came in. I cried for probably 3 hours straight. Came into school the next day. It felt like I had lost a family member, as hard as that is to say. And I was crying, man. And yeah, I think it was tough for me. And I wanted to somehow stick with them, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, man, I hear you. And I'm sorry to hear that you lost your favorite team. I mean, honestly, man, the Jaguars are my biggest passion in life. I mean, there's very few things I honestly when it comes to things to watch and things to really invest my time in. I mean, The Jaguars are like, my top thing, man, and I'm always, seeing what else they're gonna be up to and kind of like following along with them, man. It just, I can't imagine it's gotta suck, but yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in. It looks like he just left the phone thing, but appreciate you calling in from St. Louis. Next, I'm going to let 382 in here. Hey, 382, what's good?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, man? What you got for the show?
I'm just saying, I'm Devin. I was the one who commented on you about the whole jersey discount thing, not the other Devin.
Oh shit! I got the wrong Devin. My bad.
No, you're good.
He probably didn't know what the hell I was talking about then. Shit.
Yeah, I know. I was watching it. I was like, wait, that's not me.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know how I got that mixed up, but whatever. the real man is here.
Oh yeah, but I'm from Jacksonville. I've been a diehard Jaguars fan for as long as I can remember. And one thing that hit me hard this past season was when I got the update that Paul Fussman was retiring. He's been my favorite player for the past 6 years, ever since I was in like 8th grade. When I was playing middle school, all throughout varsity and everything, I was number 51 because of him.
Oh wow.
I was middle linebacker because of him. We were both pretty much the same play style. We were run stoppers. We were pretty slow. We were both really slow, but we could stop the run. As soon as I saw him retired, I started crying.
Did you really?
I didn't know what to do. I was like, what am I going to do now? But Yannick Ngakoue, he's taken that. He's my favorite player. The only 2 jerseys I have right now. Well, I got 3 jerseys now. I got Paul Fussman, which I finally got signed this past year after the LA Rams game. And then my girlfriend got me the Yannick Ngakoue teal jersey for Christmas. And then at the draft party, I had to get a Blake Bortles jersey.
Hell yeah.
I saw everyone hating on him. I went to the draft party, and I saw Blake Bortles, I saw Leonard Fournette, I saw Jalen Ramsey. I said, no, I saw everyone getting Fournette and Ramsey. I was like, I'm going to get Blake. I said, I have to get Blake.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, and one other person that we need to play a lot more what we did in the AFC Championship game is Corey Grant.
Yeah, Corey Grant. I don't know. He was there the first half, and all of a sudden he was in endangered species in the second half. We never even saw him, man. I mean, honestly, that AFC Championship game, man, if I were to break it down to one thing, I'm not going to blame like the refs. I'm not going to blame the defense. I'm not going to blame Blake Bortles. I think that the coaching staff is all to blame. And you saw the coaching staff play passive as fuck, playing not to lose. And the next week in the Super Bowl, you saw Doug Peterson and the Eagles go at it. I mean, they went hard as hell, and that was a difference in that game, man.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of when Gus Bradley was here. As soon as we would get the lead, we would run the ball, even though we didn't have a running game when Gus Bradley was here. As soon as we would get a 3-point lead in the third quarter, and we're trying to run out the clock.
Yeah,
we're trying to get that game over with just so we could win, and I didn't like that. That's exactly what we did in the AFC Championship game. But Corey Grant, if we throw him in, don't play him every game like a whole bunch of snaps, but every few games throw him in because his speed is killer.
Hey,
his speed's crazy. The Patriots did not know what to do with themselves.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at it, man, Corey Grant seems like he's going to get some opportunity, man. I mean, really, you only have 3 running backs on the team, on the roster right now that actually have some like NFL experience. It's Fournette, Yeldon, and then you got Corey Grant in there, and I think they're going to try to get Corey Grant involved. I mean, it's going to be his like 4th year on a team. If you don't get him involved, then why is he on the roster anymore? I mean, kick return isn't that like important. So gotta get him some touches, man, and hope to see because I'm one guy that I was always kind of like downplaying Corey Grant a lot, but when he gets in the game, man, it looks like he takes the ball and it's like a mushroom in Mario Kart. The guy just zips through the line, and the dude is fast as hell, and I hope he gets some more playing time this year.
Yeah, I know. It was because I talked to him after when was it? No, I talked to him after the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Like after they came in, they flew in, and like we welcomed them at the stadium and everything. And then after I asked him what his 40 was. He didn't go to the combine. But at his Auburn Pro Day, he ran a 4.19.
Damn, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, he didn't go to the combine. He ran a 4.19, and I was like, wow, he has a 96 speed in Madden. It's ridiculous.
God, that's nuts, man. And yeah, I'm gonna be getting Xbox One pretty soon, so I'm definitely hit up that new Madden. And do you have Xbox One or
man.
you got PlayStation?
No, I got a PS4. You gotta get a PS4.
Dude, no, I like the Xbox controllers more, man. It just feels more comfortable, and I've never been a PlayStation guy, so Xbox One actually has this NFL app that's pretty dope.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an Xbox 360, but then I traded that in and I got the PS4 just because I just didn't like how loose the sticks were on the Xbox One. And yeah, I've had a PS4 ever since it came out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not much of a video gamer, but you know, I like my FIFA, so I'm definitely get that in.
So FIFA's the best. I played FIFA 14, and me and my brother, we would have so many competitions on it.
Yeah, dude, I hear you. But hey, Devin, man, I appreciate you for calling into the show, man. I'll hit you up on Twitter after this, and yeah, man, feel free to call in anytime.
All right, sounds good. And I got season tickets this next year, and sometimes our boss gives us tickets up in the pool seats. So if he ever gives us tickets, I'll hit you up for my tickets.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Sounds good, bro. I'll be in touch.
All right.
Later, brother. All right, I'm going to address this live chat real quick. I accidentally called Shoddy Shadow, so sorry about that, Shoddy V. Thanks for calling in. We also had a Devin donated $5. Getting tired of seeing my name up on here. Thanks for correcting Dalton over Devin. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know how I really got that mixed up, but you know, when you're on here doing these live streams, man, lots going on. So I'm not very good at technology, but I'm gonna let this next caller up in here. Hopefully, you can hear me. Hey, 618, who this?
Hey, this is Neil again, man. We got disconnected earlier. I was the Rams fan.
Yeah, you randomly disappeared. So I'm like, oh, it looks like you dipped. Looks like you maybe didn't like what I had to say.
Yeah, bro, I did not mean to do that. My phone ran out of minutes. I was so bummed that I went and loaded it back up. So we should be good now.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yeah, well, I guess I guess the first season I was Jaguars fan officially was Gus Bradley's last season when they went 3-13, and Bortles' mechanics were all up in the air, and it was pretty painful to watch, man. And I stuck with it throughout all those games, just like I did with the old Rams. But it definitely paid off this past season. This past season was the first winning football I've ever experienced in my life. Anything above 8-8, I've never seen for my team. So.
Yeah, I'm about to say, as a Rams fan, you didn't really have many good years, and no, trust me, man. Like Bortles in that 2016 year, it really sucked to watch. I mean, I've been a huge Blake Bortles fan since like UCF. I literally live like 2 miles from where he went to high school, and you know, I love the dude, and just seeing him struggle so bad. You know, I think really Greg Olson screwed him that year. He wanted to go work with his mechanic coaches. He said, no, you don't need to do that. Stay in Jacksonville. And then look what happened, man. Like, his mechanics were completely ruined. He totally wasted that season. And, you know, offensive coordinator can have a real impact on one of those dudes. And, you know, obviously Greg Olson had a terrible impact on him. And even when Nate Hackett went in there, you know, when he became the offensive coordinator the last 2 games, he played actually pretty damn good the last 2 games of 2016. But, you know, I expect him to only get better in 2018. And, I mean, we'll see what he can do if he can actually improve off of 2017 because, you know, his ceiling is really, really good, but it's all kind of about raising his floor.
Yeah, I think with him, just kind of do what he did this past year and be consistent throughout a 16-game season and just kind of build on what he did and just don't turn the ball over. And I think we've got the team behind them to really win some games and go hopefully even deeper in the playoffs and the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. But man, it's cool how you hopped on the Jaguars train, man. You know.
Yeah, and I can't really say I'm a bandwagon because I was there in the down years, man. I was there when they were still a shitty team.
Hey, man, if you're a fan of them in 2016, you're not a bandwagon.
Yeah. I got a new Jalen Ramsey, I guess the teal jersey, and I also have a 1995, I guess it's an inaugural season Steve Berline jersey as well.
Damn, I see you. He was the first ever starting quarterback of the Jaguars, but I think he got benched like his first game.
for
like Brunel.
You know what I actually did with it is I removed the word Burline and I spelled out beer with it.
Beer. Oh, it's funny. I have a Justin.
It's in his name. Yeah.
There's Academy Sports is having a sale on Justin Blackman jerseys. So me, my dad, and my brother got one, and then we taped over the Blackman and just like put different names of weed on it. Like on mine, I had like Mango Kush. On my brother's, he had like Sour Diesel, and like we just put like basically weed references on it. We wore it to like a Jags game, and everybody was like snapping pictures of it, thinking it was hilarious. But yeah, man, I mean, that's if you have a jersey with old players on it, you got to find a way to make it work.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, well, I really like your channel, man. It was good to talk, and I should be at that Kansas City game, the away game for the Jags and Chiefs. So. Hopefully I can run into you there, man.
Yeah, help me out, man. Hit me up if you got Twitter. Hit me up, and when it gets later down the line, we'll try to meet up. I'll let you know my ticket location.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I'll buy you a beer.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, Neil, thanks for calling in, man.
All right, big dog. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, man. Huge shout out to Neil for calling in. Shout out to people. Exponent one of the shout outs. So there's your shout out. About to let this other people comment about my small shirt. Hey. If you were in the stream earlier, man, my house is like 80-something degrees because my damn air conditioning broke. Your boy's hot as hell, so yeah, that's kind of why I got this small-ass shirt going on. You guys can probably see the sweat on my face, but I'm going to let this next caller in. 703, who this?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going, bro?
I'm good, man. Who is this?
Oh, first of all, thank you. I like your show so much.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. What's your name?
Enzo.
Enzo?
Yes, sir.
Enzo, hey, appreciate you for calling in, man. What you got for the show? Who's your favorite Jaguar player?
It was Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. Ooh, that hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, what'd you like about Allen Robinson?
Oh, everything. He was just a phenomenal player.
Yeah, he was good, man. Did it hurt to see him sign on to the Bears?
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
I actually have his autographed jersey hung up.
Yeah, I got one of his jerseys autographed too, and it stinks that he's not on a team anymore, but I'll still be wishing him success. Maybe I'll pick him up in fantasy, but he's not on my squad anymore, so can't be too diehard of a fan of him anymore.
Yeah, but now my favorite player is Telvin Smith.
Telvin Smith, what you like about Telvin Smith?
Well, first he actually sent me a message via Instagram telling me good luck for my exams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice dude, man. I mean, if you ever go to training camp practices, he's out there signing for everybody. He doesn't leave like anybody out there like hanging out to dry, and he's a really good dude, and he comes from kind of nothing, so that's kind of where he kind of gets his drive to be able to be personable with all the people, just because he's one of those guys too, and he really uses this platform to do good things.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I was saying.
I actually had a question for you.
Yeah, man, shoot me a message, or shoot me a question. Sorry.
What's your confidence on Bortles?
My confidence on him, I really do think that he's going to be like our franchise quarterback, and I think that he's going to. He has the ability to lead us into the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Now, do I think he's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback? Probably not, but I'm just hoping that he can reach a Pro Bowl kind of quarterback level. And I think that if 2017 proved anything to you, it's that you don't necessarily need an elite quarterback to win you a Super Bowl. I mean, if you look at the divisional round, Blake Bortles beat Ben Roethlisberger. Y'all said Case Keenum beat Drew Brees. Y'all said Nick Foles beat Matt Ryan. So
yep.
2017 was definitely a year of the team over the year of the quarterback. And if Bortles can improve from what he did in the last, even half of last season, then I think he can do good things, and he's overcome a lot of negative stuff, and I really just have high hopes for him.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
Yeah, man. But hey, Enzo, I really appreciate you for calling in, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Go Jags.
All right. Good Jags.
Yeah. All right, shout out to Enzo for calling into the show. Next up, we will go to the 805. 805, who this?
Yo, UCF, man. It's fucking, this is Christopher Columbus. I'm not sure if you ever see me comment on
Hey, Christopher, I'm always seeing you comment, man. I appreciate the love for the channel.
Yeah, man, you're doing a solid job, brother, man. Like I said, man, I've been a true fan since 1995, man. Just like 2 years old, man. So this has been an amazing season to see, like, how far they've actually come, you know what I mean? Because most people, you know, probably would have jumped on another team by now just because, you know, I think, like, the only other good stroke of luck we had was, like, in, like, 2007 or something. We made it to the playoffs. And then we had Mark Brunell back in, like, 1997. I mean, other than that, man, I mean, we haven't seen anything kind of, like, you know, as significant, as promising as we've seen this last season, man. And it's just been, like, an epic journey. And to, you know, have somebody that's actually, like, you know, consistent with, like, you know, like the data and, like, the information that you, like, you know, like you bring forward, it's just, like, super, like, refreshing to see it, man, because there's just, like, not as big a fan base, you know, for our Jags, and we're just doing a solid job, man. I just want to give a shout out to you, man, and you just keep doing your thing, brother, man. You're doing solid work.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I come on here and, you know, I just have fun with it, man. I started off a Jaguar, you know, Jaguar channel just kind of messing around, but it just kind of started gathering a lot of popularity, and a lot of people, you know, really enjoyed it. So, you know, I started kind of getting more into it and started, like, kind of putting more, you know, effort into the videos, and then got 1,000 subscribers by the time the season started. Man, like, I'm motivated to make this one of the top channels out there. And then, you know, Jaguar fans, they don't get enough good coverage, man. I mean, I dropped that video last Friday about how the Jaguars, you know, everyone's kind of disrespecting us. So, you know, if the national media won't respect us, and, you know, there's not really all that good content out there, you know, I'll put it out there because, you know, I may not be an expert when it comes to kind of the NFL and, like, football, but I do keep up with the Jaguars. You know, I am factually, you know, I keep up with everything that they do, and you know, I know my facts, and I know that, so at least you guys can get, you know, opinions from at least an informed fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude, and it's just super solid of you to do it, man. And just, I'm telling you, man, there's gonna be more and more fans. They're gonna jump over, you know, like the better and better we do. So your channel's gonna blow up, man. It's just a matter of time. You know, you just keep on, you know, putting out, you know, like solid stuff like you've been doing, man, and it's gonna blow up, man. Guarantee you, bro. Guarantee you. I mean, I'm out here in California. There was a cat that called earlier that was out here in California too, you know, that was like watching your shit. So, I mean, you're going coast to coast, and there was that fool that was from fucking Canada.
I know, dude, man. We international.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You're blowing up. So I ain't gonna take too much of your time sucking your dick, man. But yeah, you're doing a solid job over there, brother, man. Just keep it up.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Call into the show anytime, and I appreciate the nice words, man.
All right, man. He's have a good one. Duval.
Yeah, man. Huge shout out to Christopher Columbus for joining the show. We got the live chat going up in here. We got another caller on the line. Let me let him in. 535, who this?
What's up, man? My name's Carlos Madrid. I'm a big Jaguar fan. I live in Jacksonville right now, but I'm also a truck driver, so I'm traveling the country, repping my Jags gear. And I just want to say, man, yeah, like I love your videos while just on the road, because you can't just put on ESPN or the NFL Network. Like, they never talk about us. So, man, like you're like the best source of info. But man, I'm a real big fan. And as far as your question, or my favorite Jaguar player, that has to be Jalen Ramsey, man. Like I just love his attitude. I love like his. Man, I don't want to curse, but his like he doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Like, man, like it's a little diva-ish, man, but I feel like, man, he breaks the character, like especially on our defense, man. But yeah, I'm just a big fan.
Hell yeah. Hey, Carlos, appreciate the words, man. Yeah, I mean, Jalen Ramsey, you know, like, he's like probably, he might be like my favorite player on the field. Obviously, off the field, I kind of, like, some of his kind of antics, I'm not going to lie, they kind of like annoy me a little bit. He's kind of like sassy, and, you know, I don't like some of the stuff he kind of like, does on Twitter, or I think sometimes he can be kind of, I don't know, there's just some things about him that I don't necessarily appreciate. But like, yeah, him on the field, just seeing him talk shit, he's got that mouth guard there, and I'm pretty sure his mouth guard is just like an accessory because it's always hanging. You're always seeing his like helmet bob. And I remember being I was like 5th or 6th row at that Bengals game when all of a sudden him and AJ Green got in that fight. I'm like, damn, like, Jalen Ramsey is bringing this, making, like, how epic of a fight that is between two potential Hall of Fame players, between AJ Green and Jalen Ramsey, and I was able to witness something like that. Man, it's awesome.
Yeah, man, but like I was saying, I'm a trucker, so man, like whenever I get like a load that goes out to like Nashville, Indy, or Texas, or the Houston area, then I always make sure I whip out my Minnesota Zoo jersey, my beater jersey. I got with me on the road. Just so I could get some weird looks at me. But man, yeah, I've been a pretty diehard like football fan probably since like 2008, just like when I got old enough to understand the game. And 2008, man, as you know, man, like that was the beginning of the dark ages. I mean, like, and I had high hopes for Derek Harvey just because he was from Florida, and then that kind of went downhill. And then we had like Jerry Porter. Oh man, this nightmare. Then like I don't even want to say Laurent Robinson. I don't even know if anybody remembers that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember him. You also had Aaron Ross, who basically said that he was there on like a paid vacation.
Oh yeah, Aaron Ross.
Yeah, we brought in some shit ass players, man. But that's kind of what comes with Gene Smith.
I hated the whole Gene Smith and we trust and Gene we trust motto. But like I was gonna say also you said for NFL player. I don't think nobody even said it was for NFL player. I'll probably have to say it's Cam Newton because he's just like a funny character. Or you said, man, you really don't like the off the field antics women, but like I kind of just gives them their little character. But Cam Newton's probably my favorite player that's not on the Jaguars, but Jalen Ramsey has to be. But just like I said, 2008 I became a fan, or then like 2009. Not like I don't know, this is gonna get real nerdy, but we had like Eugene Monroe and Evan Britton. I thought that was gonna be like our old line of the future, but they kind of just washed out so quick. And then I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, there were some definitely dark ages. I mean, I remember in 2007, I was like 13 years old. 2007 was cool, man. We made it to the playoffs and all that shit. But then it was dark ages for 10 years. But we went back to the playoffs this year, had a winning record, went to the AFC Championship game, and hopefully we can keep this thing going.
Oh man. But see, that AFC Championship game, man, it still hurts me, man. Oh, I think, or you was saying, man, there's like the coaching, it was like the coaching decision. We wasn't being aggressive, man. And I hate to blame Blake Bortles or Leonard Fournette, but I'm not sure if it was the third down where like it seemed like Leonard Fournette didn't dive for the ball.
Yeah.
Or like he could reached out for it. Man,
yeah, I mean, like I said, there were all kinds of different plays that could have been made. I mean, even a play before that. Remember D.D. Westbrook when he caught it and like basically fell down. I mean, he could have easily kept his feet and kept running, but he didn't. And then, obviously later on in the game, Bortles didn't throw it high enough for D.D. Westbrook. Seymour made a really good play on it. Leonard Fournette didn't dive for that ball. I mean, honestly, there were so many different things that individual players could have been better at, but we just weren't. And that's what happened. And we have a good team, and hopefully next year we can finish the mission.
I was gonna say, man, last thing about that game, like, man, it was like the most BS like delay of game, like on the third down where like they got Mercedes for the first down. Then like it seemed like 10 seconds after the play was over, they called delay of game. And just the last thing I want to say about like the throwback Jaguars. Man, this guy, man, he gets no respect. I know he kind of peaked for like 2 or 3 seasons, but David Garrard, man, I used to love David, man. David G. Man, I used to like rep him all the time, man. I was saying like, it was kind of up and down with him, but man, I used to love David Garrard.
Yeah, David Garrard.
I just want to just.
Yeah, I like David Garrard, man. I mean, he came out of nowhere. I mean, he was obviously like Byron Leftwich's backup. Then he came over and took over the position, and he did good when he was in there.
Yeah, he kind of peaked. The ceiling was the roof for him. Well, man, I just wanted to call and just give you a shout out, man. I don't comment too much. I'm not really active, but I do make sure to give you a like and tell a couple of my friends about you, man. But just man, just keep up the good work. Like, man, just keep pushing, and maybe you'll eventually blow up because, or I know a lot of people don't like bandwagon fans, but I feel like the more bandwagon fans we got as the big Jaguar fans, that's how we build our fan base. So, hey, I don't mind the bandwagon fans.
Yeah, man, bring the bandwagon fans on. I don't mind it either, but
that's more fans supporting the team.
Yeah, man. But hey, Carlos, man, appreciate you for calling in. Keep repping keep repping your Jags gear in enemy territory.
Trust me, man. I love doing that, man. That's my favorite part of the job.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Thanks for calling in. I'll catch you later.
All right.
All right. Huge shout out to Carlos for calling in. I don't know what the hell is going on in my with the chat box right now. People out here fucking talking about me modeling underwear and shit, but you know that's gonna happen in my in the live stream on my other channel, so catch out for that. But hey, 309, who this?
Hey, USCF Jaguar, just Jordan LaBranch.
Hey, Jordan LaBranch, what's good, man? I see you commenting on my videos, man. Thanks for supporting the channel.
You're welcome. I like supporting local people that live in Jacksonville as well.
Hell yeah, I'm kind of local. I live out in Orlando, but I am from Jacksonville, so I got that. But hey man, what you got for the show? Who's your favorite Jaguar?
It's kind of hard, man. You know, we have dark years and bright years. You know, well, I was born in '95, so I didn't know much.
Yeah, I was born in '93, so I'm about the same age as you.
Yeah, I just recently turned 23 on Mother's Day, but anyways.
Nice.
I would say, with a little knowledge I knew about the Jaguars, I would say Freddie T. That as I knew more about Jaguars and more about the idea of what the concept of football, as my younger brother played football, that's how I understand football, and I became a fan of Jaguars, which is common sense. It should be a fan of your local base team and support them. And after that, after Freddie T retired, and JD was my all-time favorite running back after Freddie T. But on the defense side, I got to. I love this video where.
John Henderson.
Yes, he gets slapped in the face.
Yeah, I figured that's what you're talking about. That shit is hilarious, man.
He was my favorite defense player.
Yeah, I mean, it was so funny seeing him be like, "Come on, man, that ain't good enough. Bring it back to me." And he just like slaps him back in the face.
That makes me happy to go to Jaguars game, pretend I'm John Henderson, getting slapped and get motivated to go watch Jaguars win all the time.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I'm not the one slapping him, because I think I'd be a little afraid to do that. Hell yeah, but hey, Jordan, got anything else for the show?
Not really much. I just wanted to tell you, and if Jack Office is watching, both you guys get a good shout out, because you guys are great YouTube content that I really support and really enjoy. Y'all, both guys can be a little funny and serious, which that's pretty good. Material sometimes needs some humor. I wish you all both you have a good, continue doing what you do and keep working hard. And I hope I catch the next show, and it was good talking to you. And I hope I meet you at a Jaguars game one day.
Of course, man. Hey, Jordan, really appreciate for your calling in, contributing to the show. Feel free to call anytime, man. I hope to make this a regular thing.
I will try in between work, though.
Hell yeah. All right, man. I'll catch you later. Thanks for supporting. All right, so huge shout out to Jordan for calling into the show. Gonna touch base with this live chat going on, getting a little crazy. Shout out to Be spooky. If I donate, will you strip? The answer is depends how much. But no, I'm not going to. Watch him throw like $100 in here, and next thing I know, yeah, I'll just let it be known I'm not going to do that. You can catch me perhaps on the Sports Series channel, week 5, when they get me super fucked up, and you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Ex Nobles, a shout out to you. We got Brandon up in here, Nobles, and also yeah, we got Sports Fury Nation up in here, man. We got Alpha Evie. Wolf Peters, what's good, man? What's up, Clint Taylor? Exponent says UCF looks like a tomato. Am I red? Yeah, like I was saying, man, it's like 82 in here. It's pretty damn hot. But I saw Ari comment in here. Huge shout out to Ari from Phantom. You can follow Phantom on Facebook down in the links below. I believe I put in the links below, but yeah, I need to put Fandom one of their logos over here. But all right, we got another caller on the line. I'll probably do this for another 10-15 minutes. Thank you guys for all participating. Let me see how many people I have watching this. I have 29 people watching. Holy cow. We probably trending right now. No, I'm joking. But all right, I'm going to let 253 in on the call. Yo, 253, who this?
Yes, sir. This is Tito. I'm the biggest Jaguar fan.
What's your name?
Literally. Tito.
Tito, what's going on, Tito?
Nothing much. Just wanted to answer your question. My favorite Jaguar player of all time have to be Torrey Holt. And
Torrey Holt.
Reason because yes, but let me give you my special reason. My mom broke down on the side of Phillips Highway right by Emerson, Southside Jacksonville, and he ended up buying my mom a brand new car because it was kind of like a clunker and kind of not known. He didn't let the media know, but kind of just on his own, he bought my family a brand new 2010 Ford Expedition. So I came and blamed him. He was my favorite Jags player of all time. I know it was short-lived, but
damn, what a dude, man! He went and bought your mom a new whip. How about that, man? What a guy.
Yeah. That's why I have to give him props. I know he stay on the team for just a little bit, but that's lifetime memories right there.
Yeah, man, a lot of people probably don't even realize Torrey Holt was on the Jaguars, but just so everyone knows, Torrey Holt did play a year on the Jaguars. He didn't really do too much. He never really got a receiving touchdown, but it was kind of, I believe, the last year of his career. But yeah, man, it sounds like he's a good dude from hearing your story, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yes. Yeah, and he could possibly be the first ever player to be in the Hall of Fame that played for the Jags if they keep cheating Baselli. But let me knock this out the way. My favorite Jaguar player right now have to be Brian Linder, just because he's an all-ball choice. Nobody likes the lineman, but he's physical. He plays hard. Then against the Seattle Brawl, he was one of the main people. He didn't give up on Michael Bennett. He wanted to fight back. I love his intensity, and he was a great draft pick for us, which is kind of common now, but before that, it was rare to find good offensive line in the draft.
Yeah, man, I gotta respect that, man. Your favorite player on the Jaguars is an offensive lineman. Usually that's not the route you go, especially with a center, but Brandon Linder is a great player, great snag in the 3rd round of the 2014 draft, and yeah, I gotta respect your favorite player, man.
Yeah, my favorite player right now that's in the other than the Jags, might be Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert, dude, you're all over the place, man.
I think Blaine Gabbert is my most hated. That's not on Jags. It had to be maybe like a Jameis Winston, just because I know he's not from Florida, but he played at Florida State, and I kind of like his attitude. It's still like a game to him. He's still like a little kid when he plays. He's so into it, and I love his attitude and stuff. But other than that, your YouTube channel is great. You're probably a cool guy. I'm sure, and it's pretty good. It's great information. It's just kind of cool because you're born '93, I'm born '93, so I look at you as a peer, and when we're growing up together, like, this is our Jaguars team. This is the team we're going to tell our kids about this season, past magical run.
Hell yeah, man. It's cool how we were kind of, born and raised with the Jaguars, man. A lot of the older people, 40, 50 years old, they already had their teams. They kind of converted over to the Jaguars after a few years. But, man, Jaguars are really all we know. So, being from the 904, man, always got to put on for your team, man.
Yeah, especially, I know the Gators and the Noles, are the main Florida teams, it has done pretty good when we were in our dark ages, but it's Duval till we die. I'll just leave it on that. Have a good night, sir.
DTWD, hey, man, appreciate you for calling in, man. Calling anytime.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, but all right, guys, I'm probably going to do one more caller and call tonight. Been on here for an hour and a half, and man, it's been fun, man. I just I was kind of bored and frustrated. Thought maybe I'll hop on one of these live streams with my air conditioning broke, but whatever. But hey, we got 483 in here. Who this?
Yo, my name's Javelle. I'm originally from Jacksonville, the Arlington area, but I moved to the Bronx, New York. And when you made that video about how the Jaguars get no respect on social media, it's so true. Even like me living here in New York, whenever I wear my like Ramsey jersey, all I hear is like disrespect saying how bad they are.
Yeah, it's honestly ridiculous, man. And I mean, teams, just like Blake Bortles said after the Seattle game, teams just aren't used to getting beat by the Jaguars, and the fans aren't used to the Jaguars being good, and they're gonna keep kind of getting laughed at until probably either until they put up consistent years or they win the Super Bowl. But I feel like even if we win the Super Bowl, people are gonna be saying, "Oh, you guys got lucky. You guys aren't gonna be good next year." So, disrespect I feel like will always keep coming, but once we actually develop some good years for years to come, man, people are gonna start calling you a bandwagon.
Yeah, but like it's also kind of funny because I go to the same school Doug Marrone went to here in New York.
Oh yeah, is he?
Yeah.
Does he have like his does he have a memorial out there of him eating a bologna sandwich, or what's you guys got?
Like I think they have a picture of like the old, because he was on the football team there back in the day there, so like they had the old like football picture of him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
But like yeah. It's kind of funny because I was your last comment when one of these, and now I'm your like last call.
Oh yeah, really? Oh,
but another person I feel like hasn't gotten also respect. Like I still kind of feel some type of way about Campbell not winning Defensive Player of the Year, because like just like looking at his numbers over Donald, like honestly, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I look back at this, just the way the voting went, I mean, you had Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year both go to the Rams. You had Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year go to the Saints, and it just sucked how the voting kind of went. I definitely thought, Calais had, the numbers and all that to be able to win it, but at the end of the day, of course, we didn't do it, so, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I feel like we're gonna have like one of those special years next year. Like we're gonna take our team to the next level.
Oh yeah, man, it's Super Bowl or bust next year, man. And Jaguars gonna be my non-biased Super Bowl pick. can't pick against my Jaguars, but yeah, man, I'm pumped to see how the season goes. And hey, man, if you're gonna be at that Week 1 Giants game, I'll probably be there too.
Yeah, but I already ordered the tickets for it, but I got bleacher tickets.
Oh hell yeah, man. Maybe I don't know where my tickets are going to be yet, but hopefully we can meet up or something.
All right. Well, it's been great talking to you, bro.
Yeah, man. Peace out.
All right, peace out.
All right. Huge shout out to, I think his name was Travell for joining the show. We got one more caller on the line. I'm going to let him in. 717, who this?
What's up, UCF? It's Jason Morgan.
Hey, Jason Morgan, the Photoshop legend, man. What's going on?
Hey, just wondering why you wearing these tiny-ass shirts when Sean's acting a fool licking people.
Hey, I don't know what's going on in this live chat. Hopefully maybe the mods or, hopefully nothing's going on. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, man, my AC went out. Got this bandana flow going. Got, it's not really too tiny of a shirt. I just have, abnormal shoulders. So, it's kind of making it look like a tiny shirt. But this is actually a men's extra large. So, that should tell you a little bit about the size I have on me.
Man, you're brave, man, with Sean running around licking people.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's got me, it's got me, I got a list of about 5 or 6 excuses to get me out of that game just because I don't want to feel violated. You know, I'm afraid that I'm gonna go to sleep and then, you know, I'm gonna wake up and my face is gonna be all wet and I'm be like, I didn't sweat. What is this? And, you know, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man. Make sure you pack some turtlenecks and some shirts with some big ass collars.
Hell yeah. Hey, everyone, just so you know, Jason Morgan, go follow him on Twitter because he puts out the most hilarious, like, Photoshops. You know, you can probably go to my tweets and replies and kind of see me reply to him. But, hey, what's your Twitter handle?
It's at drumfool, J-A-Y.
Yeah, at drumfool, J-A-Y, and he puts out hilarious photoshops. He photoshops a bunch of people in Sports Fury Nation between me, Josh, Sean, Philly 500, Jet Central, Waterboard Report. He gets it all, man. And how do you literally get the faces so perfect? Do you just wait for like our face to turn at the most opportune moment and just that's what you use?
You realize like how many times I've had to rewatch your videos to get the perfect angle, the perfect lighting.
I'm sure because everything's on point. Like you get like everyone's the perfect faces, the perfect you know, viewpoint of where they're looking, and it's your work is crazy, man. And I every time I get a tweet from you, I crack up.
Well, I love making fun of Sean, so.
Yeah, Sean's. I mean, you're an Eagles fan, right?
I am.
Yeah, so you know, Sean's an easy target because he's a stupid ass Cowboy fan, and he got a cowboy tattoo. Bold move, my friend.
Cowboys still stink.
Like, I don't think he realizes he's gonna have to have that on his arm forever. Like forever, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
he's gonna feel extremely awkward when he becomes an Eagles fan.
Yeah, when he gets the eagle wings on his back. I'm waiting for it.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. Sean may be tapping my phone.
Hey, man, Jason Morgan, man, I appreciate you for calling in and contributing to the stream, and keep putting out them hilarious, you know, memes or whatever you call it, photoshops for us, man.
Will do. Take it easy, buddy.
All right, later, brother.
Later.
Hell yeah, man, we got a member of Sports Fury Nation chime into the show. But yeah, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to everybody in the comments section real quick before I wrap this up. Sorry, I can't really read too many comments, but we got Exponent. He was in here the whole time. Philly 500. He likes Fred Taylor. Nice choice. Wolf Peters. He's been in here, I believe, talking some shit as a Texans fan. Ex Noble. Be Spooky. I do get drunk after about 2-3. Actually, give me 4 beers and I'm probably drunk. Clint Taylor. What's going on, man? We got Clarence Austin, Be Spooky, I said that, Clint Taylor, JD, Hawk Hater TV. What I use free conference call for this, so freeconferencecall.com is how I got these things going. Brandon, shout out to Brandon, Clemson Jacob, but yeah, guys, I mean, you know, Hames is up in here too, Indo Robot, but yeah, man. You know, these streams are a ton of fun. I think these streams are like these call-in shows are gonna be like seriously super fun to do once the season rolls around, and this will be your guys' kind of opportunity to call in to like rant, and it'll continue to kind of help the growth of this channel. And you know, you guys definitely kept me entertained tonight. I was bored and frustrated without any air conditioning. You know, got in here for about an hour 40 minutes. You know, talked with you guys. ML Beast is Javel. Hey, shout out to you, man. But yeah, man, it was fun coming out here, and we got OTA season. I believe around like OT8. That's almost over. I'll probably come out with a recap after that's done. Then we got like mandatory 3-day minicamp coming up. And then you got a whole entire dead period. But one thing that will not be dead is this channel, because we stay lit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna keep coming out with this Jaguar content. Keep putting on for my 904 Duval County. You feel me? And yeah, man, you guys can catch me in you know, my next video or my next live stream, whatever comes first. It will probably be a live stream, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe next week I'll put out another. It'll probably, yeah, because I'm moving Saturday, so we'll see when I come on the next video. But yeah, man, Fallout Gaming, you got your shout out. But yeah, guys, thank you guys all so much for joining. Leave it a like if you guys can. You know, I'm not really too much of a like whore, but, you know, pretend like I'm a big booty bitch on Instagram and double tap that like. Actually, no, tap it once because, you know, that'll get me that like. But, yeah, guys, I appreciate you for calling in. Go Jaguars.